So here we are, and this is what we are going to be making today. This is a blaze farm to easily catch and bring blazes down to you to quickly and simply destroy them with just the swipe of a sword. Before we get too much further, I want to say big thank you to my YouTube members. You guys rock because you support me directly. If you want to find out more, click the join button to learn a little bit more about what I'm talking about. You guys who are members get access to my Minecraft survival server, which is a Java edition server only. Thanks so much, and now into the video. So here we are inside of Minecraft, and this is a very, very simple blaze farm. I am not gonna sit here and tell you that this is the most efficient blaze farm, that this is gonna get you the most blazes per hour. That is not what this is about. This is about simplicity in a blaze farm. And you'll see the lava all over the place, which is pretty special about this blaze farm. It's only possible to pull this off in 1.16. And the reason is because with the 1.16 snapshots had introduced the ability for lava to push things around. So in 1.15 and before, lava could flow, but it wouldn't actually give any motion to any of the things that were being put into it. So you got netherite armor in 1.16. One of the first things I remember doing is throwing netherite armor into lava, and especially if it was flowing like this, it would still just float. But now it actually flows correctly. So as these blaze are spawned and drop down to the bottom, then they are pushed into a singular area, which will make it very easy to kill them. Also on the top, if a blaze happened to spawn in the area above the spawner, if he lands on the spawner itself, this little bit of lava will push them off as well. I really, really like how simple that is. You may be thinking to yourself, but Chad, blazes fly. How is it that you're able to make sure that the blazes will always fall whenever they are spawned? Blazes only fly if they see a player. So if there isn't a player for them to look at, they'll actually always fall down and always sink, basically. We can use that as long as they're not able to actually lock onto a player, then they are going to not fly off. And even down here through the glass, if you have a player, and let me make sure, oh good, I have my sword here. Let me switch into game mode. So even in survival, if we hit these guys, they're not able to actually lock on target and fly away, which is exactly what we want. And we're able to kill them and get lots and lots of experience. There's a little bit extra experience down here in the hopper there. And we're also able to get their blaze rods. So what does it take to actually make one of these spawners for yourself? Well, we are here at a fortress, so it is definitely going to be the easiest for you to find a blaze spawner inside of a fortress. Any of these outside areas with the walkways, every once in a while you're going to get a blaze spawner, and let's see if we can just find another one for us to use. So here we are with a brand new spawner, and the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that no blazes are going to spawn while you are working. You are in the nether, so hopefully you will have some glowstone with you. And the pattern that you'll need to make in order to disable one of these is actually a little bit intensive. Because they can spawn within basically a 4 away from 4 away radius, and we want to make sure that they are not going to constantly be spawning whenever we are working with this spawner. So the first step is to basically put a block out 1 block away from the spawner, then create some more, and this does have to be a glowstone light level block, just like so. And then wherever these meet up, you got to put this right here and right here, and then we're going to get rid of all of the rest of these blocks so that none of these blazes spawn. And after we kill these guys, whoops, all right, dang it, see, told you, they can spawn. That light level in there. There we go, got rid of the blazes. Now we are just going to destroy all of the blocks around here to give us room for the spawner. The walls can be made out of any solid block that you want, and it needs to be 4 away from the spawner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th block would be the wall. and that can just go all the way around your spawner. And then we're gonna raise it a little bit after we get this wall made. So now that we have the perimeter made, we are going to go up 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th block is going to be the ceiling. So now we can just kind of complete this wall here. Before we move on and kind of close this up and sort of remove access to easily getting inside of here, you may want to put your lava down now. And what we're gonna need for that is a few signs, not a whole bunch of signs, but just a few of them, and 1 bucket of lava. The sign can be any type of sign. It doesn't need to be, I used, crimson and warp signs before. It's fairly simple. All we're gonna do is put down a sign on every edge of the spawner right here. And I keep accidentally adding in various characters. But then you're gonna need to choose a side that you want the lava to flow from, and maybe you kind of want it to flow forward. Maybe it doesn't really matter. No matter what, you're gonna have to destroy that piece of glowstone right there to put that down. And then we're going, well, see, we're having that issue with the spawn in here. I believe that the lava will get rid of that, but we are just going to place down signs. So we had the 4, we have the extra one. We're gonna put them down on either side. Keep adding characters to that, and now just place one on top of every sign that is on the edge, and this is going to create a invisible barrier for the lava to stay inside of. There we go. Whoops, I put it onto the spawner. We don't want that. Now let's get our lava and place it down, not on top of the spawner, but over with this area with the sign, and it will flow right there, which is what we want, and that'll always push off a mob. Now it is time to dig down, and we are going to dig down a whole bunch of blocks. Why? Because we're going to need about 4 blocks for the mobs to be spawned inside of, and then we're gonna want to go down a few more blocks because we want them to slowly go towards the center with our lava, and the lava will also add another block. So the mob is too tall, so we want to use 2 blocks for the height, and then another one for the lava where they may be bouncing up and down. So 4 plus 3, that is a total of 7 spaces of air that we're gonna want. And then on the 8th space is where the floor will be. So we're gonna want to get rid of all of the bricks around here, 7, or I guess 8 layers deep. And there will be a little bit more digging after that, because you're going to want to have an area for the player to actually hang out in and to kill all of the blazes. Now, I worried about that number, that, the spawning will happen within the 4 blocks, and then we want to have those extra 3 blocks for the lava and the mobs. And the reason that is because the spawner will check every time it makes a attempt to spawn in something. And if there are more blazes in that area, it will not add more. So if, like, let's say there's 5 blazes in there, it's gonna max out and not want to place any more in that area if there's already a ton of them. So we want to use their falling mechanic to move them out of the range of that spawner, and then once they're outside of that range, they will slowly be pushed towards the center. Once you have filled in all of that area, then you can go ahead and put your lava buckets in the center, and then quickly escape down this middle area, and hopefully not getting caught by any of the stuff. If you want to play it safer, just make like a little bit of a walkway to be able to place your lava before you jump down, and then do something like this where you break it. Then you're going to want to make sure that you have a killing chamber, and this is a little bit up to you in terms of how deep you want this to go. It doesn't really need to be super deep, at least 2, if not 3 blocks away from that area up there. And then once you are happy with that, then just clear out a space for you to actually have to kill with. Now, you can't have it be too far away, otherwise you're gonna get out of the range of the spawner, but we have quite a lot of room to play with here, so I'm not super terrified that you're going to make that much too far away from that area. So we're just gonna clear away a few blocks here out of the bricks, and then you're going to put your collection situation. And all that is going to require is a single hopper, a chest, whatever type of chest that you like, however big of a chest, and you can expand this with having multiple hoppers. I also do like to put carpet on top. That will make sure that the experience doesn't get trapped inside of the hopper. And you're also going to want to need some half slabs. So what we're going to do is we're going to put half slabs around the edge. This will make sure that you can easily hit the blaze without it noticing you. Go ahead and set down your chests, then a hopper directly underneath the hole pointing into the chest, then a carpet on top of that. Now this is all set up and ready to go, and you could make your own exit out of here, probably back up to the surface over here. Oh well, I've run out of room. Either way, I would want to get inside of here like so, fall down in here, and then destroy. You may want to do this not wearing any armor at all, and just let this be a suicide mission to get rid of all of these blocks. Obviously, in creative mode, I am not worried about that, so we're just going to get rid of all those blocks. There's a slight chance that this lava right here and the lava down below creates a little bit more light than we need. Luckily, blazes spawn at relatively high light levels, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. And then you would create whatever way you want to get into your situation down here. Maybe even just a ladder to get down there would be good. But then you have your blazes right here. Sweeping Edge is a nice enchantment to have on whatever sword you're going to use. That'll make sure that a lot of the damage that you add to a single mob will be transferred to the other mobs. And that is a very, very, very simple blaze farm for 1.16. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a big ol' thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. And thank you so much for my YouTube members. You guys rock once again. See you in the next video. Bye.